Howdy, Saints. Uh, the other day, on the 22nd, I believe it was, I was told by the Father to do a fast of the tongue. Now, I had never heard of this, didn't understand it, but okay. In my message on telling y'all where I would be and what I would be doing, I did speak this because I did know this on the first day that it's not a vow of silence. I didn't know that much. I understand now why we don't take vows of silence. And today I'm allowed to speak to you. Uh, a vow of silence. Uh, and this is how God revealed to me that I am able to speak, but I still have to capture my thoughts, bring them under submission to Christ before I speak. And I'm to do this for 40 days. Uh, and I gave you the example on what I was told. The other day, I took my dogs for a walk like I do every day. And, they tend to be dogs and they tend to get in a little trouble every now and then. And one of them started chasing a car. And see, I took that fasting of the tongue, and God said, okay, this is where, you don't take a vow of silence because you should speak out. You're protecting your baby animals, you're protecting your critters. So call them and bring them back. Okay, so I can speak during this fasting of the tongue. I well have learned this. And see, like I say, it's new to me, so I'm learning something, and I want to pass that on to y'all. This is why we don't take vows of silence. If you saw a little child running in the street, you took a vow of silence, and you broke that vow to God. See, God don't want us to be foolish in our obedience. He wants us to be obedient to become wiser, to get some wisdom from Him, some understanding. So this is a fasting of the tongue. My wife enjoys watching a soap. You ladies know what a soap opera is, and I, I to me they're like a comedy show. I mean, come on, but she enjoys watching her soap. She watches The Young and the Restless, and that's her thing. She enjoys it. I giggle a lot, but during the show, I'm liable to make a comment. See, that's where we're supposed to capture the thought and have the tongue to fast. Uh, Not everything we are saying is a necessity. There are things that are necessary to say. If a brother called me up and asked for counsel, and I couldn't, I'm on a 40-day fast of the tongue. Should I not speak to the brother? Well, God said, yes, speak to him. That's foolishness. So fasting of the tongue in just these 2 days, I have come to understand is to keep God on the forefront of my heart and the forefront of my mind, renewing that mind, capturing those thoughts, not saying everything that just would normally come out of my mouth, unless it is for the edification and or exhortation of those that hear it. This is where I have been told to do a fast. This is where that I learned to bridle my tongue. Uh, and a brother posted a statement. He can bridle the tongue is a perfect man. And this was what God wants for us. So this is my journey. I can now I understand that I don't have to be silent completely for 40 days, but I can still speak unto the exhortation and edification of my brothers and sisters. So what I'm going to do is during this 40, I'm going to post these little quickies when something is revealed to me. When I'm going to bring it to you, and I will uh, put it on the same thread that the original started on. That way, it's still pinned, and that's where I'm going to be at for the 40 because I've received some messengers And I've got some people upset at me because I unfriended them. Listen, if you don't want to hear what God has to say through me to you, then I don't want to speak to you. If you're not concerned, if you don't want to grow, then really you're not my friend. And so I unfriended a few people. I've been called a bad name. Well, not a bad name, but spoke ill of. So, but this is where I'm at. This is where I'll be for the next, 38 more days. And prayerfully, this will help me become stronger in who I'm supposed to be as, one who brings the word to you. Because if you can't trust the one that brings the word to you, there's, that would be a bad place to see. I did meet a brother today, and I subscribed to his link, and I shared some of his speakings. They're real short, 3, 4, 5 minutes, but in them 3, 4, 5 minutes, his brother he speaks simplicity. And this is what I try to do here too, to keep it simple. It's easier to understand, simple. Uh, but I subscribed to the brother, and I shared some of his teachings or speakings, and please, go to this. I'm gonna tell you something. Please listen to his speakings. If you see them worthy of acceptance, please go tell the brother. Don't put him up on no pedestal and build him up. I don't want that. I'm sure he don't want that. But you know something? It's nice to hear a kind word of edification every now and then. So I'll see y'all next time around. Always praying for you. These ain't gonna be long teachings. It's just gonna be me coming in and saying howdy and telling y'all where I have come to in growth and understanding of this fasting of the tongue is. And hopefully it'll help y'all. Maybe provoke somebody to ask God if this was necessary in their life. Uh, and how do you go about it? Love y'all, praying for you, and I'll see y'all next time.